I'm Dieonik, and welcome back to Let's Play Love is Strange. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've played Love is Strange. I've been kind of putting it off because it's always weird for me to end things that I really like. And it's the same with books, TV series, all of that. So I have to know that like the next season's been confirmed and all. I think it's probably something that I've said. And I know that this is it. So we did save Chloe for last, so we're gonna go see what kind of I guess differences there are in Chloe's character in this versus the canon. I imagine it's going to be very similar, but like there's just gonna be more lovey-dovey kisses, hugs. Or it might even be more intense because, it was, okay, so Life is Strange wasn't a game about romance, necessarily. It was a game about other things. And romance was just kind of a side thing that was on top of that. This game is about romance. So I imagine that it's going to be a lot more kissy faces and less about anything else. Well, probably less about the picture-taking competition, photography competition. Okay. All right, I've rambled enough. No. Can I skip? No, I can't skip. All right, back to main menu. Yeah, I accidentally said yes to the tutorial. No to the tutorial. We do not. We want that loud noise. Yeah, we're gonna get up. Okay, we're gonna skip as much. What's with all the loud noises? Okay, alright, we're gonna check our phone. Alright, skip, put bracelet on, okay. More braceleter. I guess I checked phone? I don't know. We are going to go straight to class, yeah, because that's where all the good stuff happens. Alright. Okay. Alright, I can skip all this. Okay. We are choosing Chloe. Are you sure you want to choose Chloe? Yes, I am sure I want to choose Chloe. Yes. There's nothing like the tried and true. I know Chloe'd be willing to help me. That's practically cheating to ask her. But if the theme is bonds between people, then what better choice than my partner in crime? And in life. I lean over the desk towards her. Hey, Old Faithful. Why, don't call her that. Because she's a geyser. Chloe snorts. That makes me sound like something that should be taken out behind a barn and shot. Or a geyser, yeah, yeah, I guess it does. It's a geyser, not a dog. Yeah. There, see, I've become Max. We've melded our personalities. Sort of. Not really. Not really. Not at all. Whatevs. Chloe's mouth twitches. She reaches under her beanie. Baseline. That's what I was gonna read, beanie. Yeah. Knocking it askew as she combs her fingers through her hair. Yeah. Will you pretty please help me with the contest, dearest Chloe? Her voice is pitched up. She sounds like a mouse. Okay. She's trying to sound like you. I do not sound like that. Yeah, you do. Yes. No, I don't. I mean, yes, I'll help you with the contest. Okay. And you do sound like that. Okay, well, there. We can be insulted now. A little. Wait, really? Your voice gets a little... I give a shove. Laughing. I give a shove laughing. Comma laughing. No, the contest. You want to enter? Duh, I'll finally get to ride the victory train with you. That's true. My heart swells. I was sure that Chloe would help, but hearing her say it feels really good. We've always stuck together on everything. At least, we did before I had to leave. We were at another side. That is so long ago too. Like I don't remember how many years it's been. It's been a few years. It's been a few years. Like it's so long ago. We're at one another's side for so many years. So many years. Almost all of the best memories have Chloe in them. Okay, all right. There's wording. Sometimes I wish we could go back to those days. But we're still as symbolic as ever. Or sorry, symbiotic, not symbolic, as we ever were. If we're pretty different now, even if we're pretty different now, I love reading. Different interests, different styles, but still friends. That's how what we have is, that's how I know that what we have is real. Well, that's if I win. It's not even up for debate. I mean, come on. This is a game. You're all characters that are self-aware, and this is clearly a game about Max winning all of the things. You'll blow it out of the water. We're interrupted by MX dogs, Mix, I don't know, trailing back and forth the classroom of trailing back to the front of the classroom and clearing their throat. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've read this. All right. I've got to get in today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, please be sure that you, yeah, okay. I settle back to my seat and lesson began. Blah, 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 blah. Chloe takes her time getting up, reaching to scratch herself under her arm. I think my buzz is already wearing off. It's school's fault. Okay. Nothing's ever your fault. Not at all. I grin. That's my Chloe. So, this contest thing. You're gonna help me see another A+ for the first time in like 4 years, right? Chloe, it's a contest, not an assignment. Right. We split the $1 million. I'm not so sure we're going to win $1 million. We split the, what? Half mil? Quarter? 10 grand? Chloe, winning, it's our own, Chloe, winning is its own reward. Jesus, calm down. There, Pollyanna? I don't know who that is, but I assume it's someone. We can decide what to do with the prize after you win. I'm pretty sure there is no prize, and it would be us winning, not just me. Oh my god, Chloe. Are you sure your buzz wore off, Chloe? Are you sure? As you say, I'm not here for the victory train, remember? I'm just here for the victory train, remember? I'm so bad today. I assume it's from my mouth being so dry. No, it's definitely my brain. Making sure I can line up the mouth hole with my mouth hole. More like the gravy train. Gravy? Chloe clutches her stomach dramatically. I already know what to say. Maybe we can go to the Two Whales Diner tomorrow morning? Genius, Max. I can hold off my cravings for that long. Can you believe Joyce still won't do takeout? Like she's just craving to... You're not starving yourself, right, Chloe? That's my number one concern. Actually, yes, I completely believe that. Oh my god. Was she always wearing a butterfly shirt? And I just never noticed it? Well, I'm gonna go blaze my way through math class, literally, behind the bleachers, cause I'm not going to math class. Classic. My voice is dry, which Chloe picks up on, but doesn't seem to bother her. I'll text you later. I'll be waiting for it. Chloe cuffs me on the shoulder. And then she grabs her bag and goes to sneak off the smoke out spot to her smoke out spot. while I go to Muxdog's desk. Muxmix? I don't know. Both pronunciations are probably correct. Desk to give them our names for the registration sheet. I'm glad I asked my best friend to be my partner for the contest. Chloe is no photographer, but it's about bonds. Then we've got this on lock. I hope. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do a little tiny bit actually into it. And then we're gonna stop and process, and then I'll finish it up at some point. The breakfast rush at the Two Whales Diners always takes me by surprise, even though I've been coming here since I was a kid. The atmosphere is always electric. The frantic energy of the bustling staff. The impatient, hungry truckers Okay, we've read this, but I don't. Okay. The sleepy locals slumped in their booths over steaming mugs of coffee. I've been here nursing my own coffee for 10 minutes now. This morning I woke up to text Chloe sent at 2 a.m. I woke up to a text sent at 2 a.m. asking me to meet her at the diner at 8 sharp for breakfast. I thought you said you were gonna text her. Or maybe you did, and she just then replied to you. Okay, 8 sharp. She made sure to make sure that you were not late, and then is, of course, late. She's late, of course. I should probably be more annoyed than this, but I'm kinda used to it. Chloe tries, but she's never been able to keep up to a schedule. It's kind of a miracle she manages to make it to her class on time. Well, she doesn't go to class, so problem solved. Most days. I suppose this means I should be more worried about asking Chloe, of all people, to help me with my entry for the photo contest. But Chloe's never let me down when I've needed her. Not ever. And she's not starting today. I can't stop the smile that spreads across my face when Chloe enters the diner. She scans the room, panting a little, looking disheveled. Oh, okay. I was like, why is this so familiar? But it's because it's from the demo. It's from the demo that I did so long ago. When her eyes light on mine, her face breaks out into a grin of its own, and she makes a beeline towards our booth. Hey, sorry I'm late. Sorry, I'm late. I had weird emphasis on words there. She slides into the booth with effortless cool, shooting me her most charming apologetic smile. You mad, bro? No, I'm not mad. I laugh, shaking my head and taking a sip of my coffee. This is actually pretty punctual. I was gonna read it as peculiar, but no, punctual. For you, I'm impressed. I'm very tired. It's actually really late. I've been holding off saying it's very late, but it's very late, and I noticed that I didn't have an episode recorded. I was like, oh, I haven't played this in a while. Let's go play this. And then stuff happened. Chloe laughs too, looking visibly relieved. She slumps back into the booth, beaming playfully and knocking her foot against mine beneath the table. I know, not bad, right? Chloe grins at me like we're kids again, like we're sharing a secret. Playing footsie and being in love, being madly in love with each other. Even though I've been back in Arcadia Bay for a year now, there's something about being on the receiving end of her smiles again that still kind of takes my breath away. Yeah, they gay. I can tell I'm staring at her with what must be the dopiest look on my face, but I can't help it. Deliberately, I drag my eyes from her face and scan the diner, licking my lips. Because if you continue to stare at her while licking your lips, I'm pretty sure she'll catch on. You hungry? God, yes. Chloe cranes her neck dramatically, looking around the diner. Where's Joyce anyway? I'm gonna die of starvation before she even takes my order. Then she'll be childless, and you'll be partnerless, and my sad, hungry ghost will be forever bound to the Two Wells Diner. Cursed to haunt greasy truckers and painfully slow waitresses for eternity. Not so fast, Casper. Chloe snorts. I kick her lightly beneath the table and continue despite the interruption. Joy should be out with your food in a minute. It's like flipping a switch. Chloe's face lights up, the previous conversation immediately stricken from her memory. She leans forward, seizing my hand in hers and dragging them across the table. Max! You've been my best friend since we were kids. My first mate, my partner in crime. And now, the girl who buys me breakfast. I'm all ready to take the next step. Whatever. Max, will you do me the great honor of marrying me and buying me food for the rest of our lives? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she will. She's been doing this more and more lately. Well, she's playfully asking you to marry her. She's like, come on, let's get married and go to LA and screw this place and screw hurricanes and time travel and other things. Saying things that could just be joking, but also be, well, flirting. I just can't figure out if Chloe's being deliberately confusing, or if I'm such a colossal social dunce that I can't tell the difference. Chloe wags her eyebrows, squeezing my hands playfully. Max? I laugh awkwardly, feeling a blush rising on my face and yank my hands out of her grip. Who says I'm buying? Chloe pouts, bottom lip jutting out dramatically. You know, I did just offer to spend the rest of my life with you. The least you could do is offer to pay for mine. ... Wait, what did you get me? Eggs and bacon. That's what our girl likes. We know how our girl likes. Your favorite, bacon side of eggs. Chloe slams her palms down on the table, excitedly. God damn, now we're talking. Joyce bustles out of the kitchen. Oh my god. Every now and then I just have this southern accent out of nowhere. And it might be because I used to have a southern accent when I was younger. I don't know. I don't know where it's from. I'm in the kitchen a few minutes later, expertly balancing trays loaded with breakfast foods. Chloe smirks mischievously is a hard word to say fast, leaning forward in the booth. No doubt with something cheerfully antagonistic on the tip of her tongue. But the morning rush is so hysteric that Joyce barely has time to set our plates down in front of us before tearing off across the restaurant to attend the family of 5 that just filled up the last free booth. Chloe looks briefly disappointed that she lost the opportunity to annoy her mother. At least until she remembers there's food in front of her. Chloe eats with a sort of single-minded ferocity not uncommon in the wild dogs. She's a pitty, right? She's a blue pit. She's got about the same level of manners too, I remember. Thinking of all the times she'd stolen food right off my plate and unconsciously hunching over my meal when she looks up and starts eyeing my waffles. You gonna finish that? Of course she's gonna finish that. Alright, this time. I roll my eyes, taking one last bite and pushing the plate across the table to her. We need to feed the Chloe to keep the Chloe happy, and then the Chloe will marry us. Chloe perks up, eagerly accepting the extra food. Thanks, Max. So, I bet you're pretty pumped to get started on her project, huh? I bite my lip, shifting my gaze from Chloe's eager face to the window facing the street. I watch a few cars pass by, trying to gather my thoughts. I guess I'm excited, But I glance back to Chloe, unable to stop the smile that tugs at the corners of my mouth. She always knows when there's something I'm not saying. But I'm pretty nervous too. I still can't believe I actually volunteered for the contest. I can. Chloe says it like it's just a fact. I feel butterflies flutter in my stomach, nervously for a whole other reason now. Confidence has always seemed to come as easy as breathing to Chloe, and I get it. She's tough and beautiful and smarter than... That's adorable that you have these thoughts about Chloe. Which, I mean, we knew she had thoughts like that about Chloe. But it's cool that they're written there. And smarter than she gives herself credit for. That all makes sense. But it's her unwavering confidence in me. Yeah. That I can't wrap my head around sometimes. Max, you're like the best photographer in school. I know sometimes you get all in your head about this shit, but it's not so complicated. I need to drink because my mouth is getting very dry. Reading is very dry. It's very dry mouth making. But it's really not so complicated. Of course you're gonna kill it I'm gonna kill it here. There's no N. There's no N. I smile gently back, hearing the hesitation at the end of her sentence. But only if I help you. Chloe smiles bashfully, cheeks flushing just slightly. Looking up at me, though, through a fringe of blue hair like a kid with her hand in the cookie jar. But it was kind of a surprise you asking me to help you with your project. Why? Like, you were the natural choice is why I chose you last. I'll choose you last. What? What? Chloe shifts in her seat. The food is gone now. She has nothing to distract her from the conversation, so she grabs a packet of sugar from the center of the table, tearing it open and pouring the contents into shapes on the tabletop. Joyce is gonna be so pissed. I mean, there are lots of, good photographers in that class, Max. I basically only took photography so I could hang out with you and Rachel at school a few times a week. Chloe, you're my best friend. There's no one else I'd rather have in my corner for stuff like this. Chloe looks up from the pile of sugar she was carefully shaping into swirls in the center of the table. Best friend. Her tone is light, but the look on her face makes me feel like I didn't say quite the right thing. Well, she did just offer to marry you. My first mate. My partner in crime. The girl I buy breakfast for. That's better. Chloe's face breaks out into a wide grin, cheeks pink. In that case, can I order another? No. No, that's where we draw the line. Sorry, Chloe. Chloe laughs. We're the shot. So, I guess we better get started on this thing. The rule says you need to take a photo somewhere in Arcadia Bay. Do you know where you want to go? I know. You decide. You decide. Actually, why don't you tell me where you want to go? Okay. Okie doke. Alright, so we're actually going to stop here. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, comment on what you think of the game, what you think of Chloe's romance arc so far. Go check out the other videos I've done. And I will see you soon.
Right. But on to business. I propose that we form an alliance.
This is amazing. Capital.